This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Syfy's new series, Happy. This December, Syfy's Happy stars Christopher Maloney as an ex-cop turned hitman and Patton Oswalt as his new partner who happens to be an imaginary flying blue horse thing. The show also has killer Santas, drunk assholes, and sick jokes, like a cop show, but on, acid. And it is based on the extremely graphic novel by Grant Morrison and Derek Robertson, which I've read. I love it. Happy premieres December 6th at 10, 9 Central on Syfy.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
You're the Ames to my Bayo and Zapped, so slop some maple on a jack that's flapped. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Ah, yes. Thank you so much to Carkle Cocoon for that catchphrase submission. Carkle Cocoon. Never heard from Carkle Cocoon up to this moment, so nice to see you, Carkle. Welcome to the pantheon of catchphrase submissions, and boy, what a week we have. We are definitely one last week in the throes of Navi Doggy, and then we're in the old holiday season. We just had good old Turkey Day where several turkeys were pardoned and several more were eaten, and we'll see exactly where our first guest comes down on the side of that. But I do want to say that coming up a little later on the show, by the way, my name is Scott Aukerman. People know that, but this may be people's, this is like a Lucas clap. This is like the clap when you're trying to get everyone around you to start, but no one else is. Didn't take. Oh, well. Coming up a little later on the show, we have, this is exciting, we have someone in royalty. That's amazing. We hardly ever get heads of state coming out here, so that's very exciting. And also someone who's in the news recently, so that's very exciting. Someone who is I don't even know what his occupation would be, but we'll find that out once we get there. But I do know the occupation of our first guest. As we say, the guest of honor here on the show where we talk to interesting people. By the way, she hasn't been on the show in a while, and I want to get her opinion on our new tagline, the show where we talk to interesting people. What do you think about that? And I'll introduce you in a second. It's catchy, right?
You know what? I'm going to give it a solid 5.
5 out of 5. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your face, you're making a strange face. I don't know why.
Not out
5 out of 4? It's even better than the best?
I'm going to yes.
Thank you
yes
so
and.
much.
Oh, yes and.
Yes and. The old Yesandri. Yes, she is an entertainer, certainly of note. She has an IMDb page, and that's right, she got the coveted IMDb page. I wonder who doesn't have an IMDb page these days. You know what I mean? Like, you're thanked in something, or you're in the background of something. Everyone has an IMDb page, right?
I've got some nieces and nephews that I don't
that still don't have one. Yeah. You got to get them on your show. And speaking of her show, she has a show that is on the Hulu network, and it comes out on Thursdays every week. And we are within the first season of it, and it's a wonderful show. It's called I Love You, America. Please welcome back to the show, Sarah Silverman. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
How have you been?
I've been well. Boy, what a boring answer.
Well, you're working, which is great. It's great for the mind,
Life
isn't it?
Life is an emotional roller coaster. You'll edit that out.
It's an emotional Batman the Ride. I like to be a little more specific when I talk about emotional roller coasters.
It's an emotional crap. I can't think of the name.
Can't think of
Soarin.
Soarin. Where's Soarin?
Soarin.
So where's Soarin? Oh, Soarin, like soaring with a G taken off and an apostrophe after the end?
Yeah, it's a ride I just went on for the first time.
Where's that?
Disneyland.
Oh, you were at Disneyland. Oh, is that the one where you're hanging, your feet are hanging?
I'm not a fan of Disneyland or Disney World personally.
What was your purpose of going?
I had to go there because I'm a Disney princess, actually.
Oh, really? Which one are you?
I'm Vanellope von Schweetz.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Then they let us go on Soarin'. It was incredible.
It's incredible, isn't it? You're soaring above the Grand Canyon at certain points.
It's
above
so
the very
beautiful.
Earth itself.
Every child should get to do this.
Every child should soar. Shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's basically why I'm here today.
I feel like if every child were to go on Soarin, they would realize that the earth cannot constrain their very ambitions.
That is so beautifully said.
Thank you so much.
You're so eloquent tonight. You're so good with words. I did have coffee, but I don't feel like I've got my. You know what it is? I think this is the first time I've spoken today.
I find that to be true of myself. Sometimes I'll get in here and I'll start the catchphrase. I'll say the catchphrase and I'll realize I have not even cleared my throat. I've never spoken to a soul.
Yeah.
And it takes a minute to get into it. Do you want to do some word association,
you need to
maybe?
do some vocal exercises. My on-again, off-again lover, Michael Sheen, who's
Where are we currently?
one of the
On or
great
off?
actors. I mean, we're on. We just live in different countries.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
He's incredible. It's you can really be in awe of your lover
When they're so far away.
Yeah, you don't like you're not so connected to them that you see that you move your own self-disdain onto their faces. You know what I mean? Although I do I like myself.
Instead of their face, you just see your whole body and how much you hate.
When I look into his eyes, I just see my inner thighs, and I'm like, I'm strong, I'm healthy, that's what's important.
What's
He's
up with
like,
the-
what? I just want to see if you want to have dinner.
What's up with the thigh gap these days?
With
Where do people land on that these days?
I'm feeling great. Personally, I'm at a place where I'm so happy to be strong and healthy, but I don't have a thigh gap.
Mm-hmm.
But the great news is, most people don't. And,
99.9% of the people don't.
The people have been. There's been a movement of the mermaid shape.
Yes, the one where it's like. And by the way, point
Where
that thing.
your thighs touch.
Point that
And
thing
that's the
directly at your mouth, if you would. They're not very sensitive, if that makes sense. Let's talk about I Love You, America, because this is a show. Certainly, none can dispute that. It is currently weaving its way through the first season of television. It's on the Hulu network.
Right, it's a streaming network, just like Netflix.
Sure, but
it's
without
an app, and then
without
it's on
the
your
internet,
TV.
I don't believe that anyone could get it, right? Or can you get it through actual broadcast television? Some sort of DirecTV has a deal with it or something like that.
Scott, I don't know, but it isn't something that you get through DirecTV because it kind of can replace DirecTV.
Right, and maybe it will.
All the television shows plus original programming and live, plus live, news.
It does
and sports
football and
shit
stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not football, but football.
Football.
It's
right.
It's not international. I don't
Not
think.
Michael Sheen football.
Not football.
Is he a big football fan?
Huge football fan?
What is it about people from other countries and liking that sport?
I guess the same thing about people from this country and liking football.
That's a good point.
Similar situation.
Similar situation where people enjoy watching men do that kind of thing.
He grew up a football player.
Oh, that's right. He is very good at that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
haven't I seen a video?
Lived in a tough neighborhood, a tough town where he would. They'd have to tie their cleats to their hands and fight their way home.
Haven't I seen a video of him kicking a ball?
Probably.
I bet I have.
He's played in Soccer Aid.
What is that now?
It's something they do in England where it's they play and it's professional football players mixed with celebrities.
And where is he on that side of the equation?
Oh, I mean, he could be either, but he's a celebrity version. What? Can we
Wait,
acknowledge this?
wait, what is happening here? Who is this? Who just walked in?
Huge special guest.
Oh my God, is it? Is it?
What's going on,
Oh
man?
my God, it's Jarles.
Hi, guys. How's
Oh my
it going?
God.
It's me, Jarles.
Hashtag classic Jarles.
Classic Jarles.
Oh my God.
Get it trending.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm still lost in the studio. I can't find my way out.
Oh wait, do you know our guest Sarah Silverman?
Oh, hi, from television.
Yes,
We have
Charles.
a new show on Hulu.
The internet.
That's right, the World Wide Web.
Do you have the internet, Jarles?
I've seen it.
Meaning you've on a computer?
Yeah, that's where it goes, right?
Anyone can say that then.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm not trying to make bold claims here. You asked me a question. I answered it. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Forgive me for taking the Lord's name in vain. I'm very religious.
Oh, I do. That's something we've never talked about with you.
We don't talk about it enough. I'm very devout. I'm very patriotic. The opening to my throat is very small, so it's tough for me to push words out.
Jarles is a fencing instructor.
I'm also a fencing instructor. I love my students.
What is an epee?
It's a sword.
Oh, thank you.
It's an epee, by the way.
Epee. Oh, it's like an epee pen.
Yeah, you pronounce it in a way. Yeah,
God only knows it from crossword puzzles.
Yeah, exactly. I do. Jarles, what? So you're still trapped in the studio somewhere?
I don't think I'm trapped. I'm just lost.
Wait, you could leave at any time?
I'm allowed to, right?
Wait, but you want to get to where you're trying to go
Do you
instead?
consider all people who are lost to be trapped where they are? Bleak.
If I was lost in the forest, yes, I would consider myself to be somewhat trapped in the forest.
Where could anyone be less trapped than a beautiful forest?
Well, unless you have no clothes for protection against the elements.
What?
Well, then I would think being
now you're trapped because you're nude.
Do you have any? You don't get to see a celebrity like Sarah Silverman very often.
It's true.
Jarles. Have you ever wanted to ask her anything?
Yeah. How do you get out of here? That's my number one question for every celebrity.
I think you, when you walk out the door,
right.
You take a right, and then
my right.
Your right as you walk out the door.
If I'm facing forward.
Right now, it's my left.
Are you walking out of doors backward?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because what if I'm looking at something great in the room I'm leaving?
And you want to say goodbye to it mentally?
Memory is fleeting.
Wait, what were your directions?
Well, I gotta go.
Okay, bye, Jarles. Nice to see you.
So take a right on your left. Thank you.
Okay, as you go, okay.
Yeah,
right.
You're backwards now.
Okay.
No, pull. Oh God, you're left.
No,
you're left now.
You got it. Yeah, you're left now because. Oh God. Oh well. Well, that's classic Jarles. Hashtag classic Jarles, isn't it? That was a treat, Sarah. We hardly ever get to see Jarles around here.
That was pretty exciting.
That was really amazing.
What a whirlwind.
He is. I mean, it's something about his voice too. Just the air not being able to get out of his tiny throat.
Yeah, the strain of his voice, his life. And yet there's an
ebullience to him.
Does that mean a joy or a...
Yeah, a radiance.
Lightness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There is. Yeah, that's very perceptive of you.
Yeah. Did you see? He actually walked through that door. I think he might be a ghost who thinks he can leave.
You know, I thought I noticed that, but I didn't want to say anything because I was like, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Obviously, they probably are.
Yeah, but our minds went, oh, he opened that door. He didn't just walk through it because that's not possible.
Right. It's a lot like when people see the World Eater Galactus and what they perceive is a giant, larger than a planet-sized human being wearing a funny Jack Kirby costume. But that's just their minds can't comprehend the super forces at work. He's akin to a god, and so we filter him through that sort of image in our minds.
You know what I mean? Exactly like that.
Thank you so much. Let's go back to I Love You America because I feel like Jarles...
The television show on streaming television,
that's
Hulu
right.
the app?
I feel like he derailed our conversation about this. This is a television show.
Thank God.
Which is a... What genre would you say it belongs in? Talk show?
I guess drama.
Drama. Very good. I've noticed because I'm usually moved to tears at your performance.
It's a drama.
Mm-hmm. Is it sort of like Get Out, which is apparently a comedy?
No, Get Out's a horror. Classic horror.
Not according to the Golden Globes, my dear girl.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to submit for the old M's? Variety?
Oh, I don't know.
Got it. You gotta stake your claim on these things early.
Well, are they gonna separate? Now, there was a little bit of a kind of a joking on the square thing last Emmys, where the every night talk show hosts seemed angry, but also annoyed at the once a week shows being in the same category.
Right. Well, we split up the comedy sketch shows from the talk shows because those were always in the same category. And now the talk shows are mad that talk shows that are once a week have to compete against the people who do 4 or 5.
Or the other way, the ones who do 4 or 5 a week have to compete with
Right.
people who do one once.
And
a
they
week.
say that it's way easier to do. And your show is what, a half hour, or is it
half hour once a week.
half hour once a week? And they say it's way easier
I
to do.
can't believe people do 5 shows a week. I mean,
insane.
It's a race against time to do ours. But of course, you know this. You have the ultimate half-hour sketch talk.
It's
show.
no longer on the air, but I appreciate that.
I meant had. Sorry, I didn't know when this was airing. I
yeah.
thought maybe it was airing a year ago.
We're putting it in a time capsule so that it can go into a time machine once
So
they
you
build it
tell
and
me
go
what
backwards.
our Emmy submission category is.
I think you're in the talk, but and I think you should win.
I mean, I have one interview a show, like one 8-minute interview.
then
a
I
show.
think you should be in sketch. Where do you want to be? What show do you want to win against?
I don't know. I don't know. I just want to not get canceled.
Right? There's no fear of that. It can't be because
Absolutely a fear of that.
Really, and it's when you have a show at any point, and people sometimes they write to me on the various social media platforms, and they slam me. They think by saying like your show is canceled,
Yeah.
and it's like. Every show other than 60 Minutes and The Simpsons has been canceled, technically.
Yeah.
Like, no one just continues doing a show.
It's hard. I mean, your show was so brilliant. You know how much I love it.
Thank you so much.
And so much so that I took a couple of your writers at least, right?
You did. There, a few of our Bang Bang writers are on I Love You America. Who do we got?
Dave Ferguson, our head writer, who is my right arm and my everything. And I think Tim Kalpakis
Tim
did too.
Kalpakis, of course, yes.
Yeah.
And they both were there since the beginning on Bang Bang. They did all 5 seasons, although they dipped out for part of the 4th because they had their own show, The Birthday Boys.
Right.
How is it for you? Obviously, you had your seminal, groundbreaking Comedy Central narrative show, the Sarah Silverman program.
Yes. Wait, hold for applause. Sorry. Probably just from the oh, there's
Now I'm
that
doing
person.
Nope, didn't catch on. Sorry.
Oh well. Crap.
But how is it being back in the game again? Back doing a television show? Back doing a show that continues on and is weekly, and you're out there working.
I mean, I love it. I love it. I mean, to be honest, it's like Hulu. I think they like it, but they're like, why isn't it more famous? And I'm like, because it's on Hulu. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of programming, but it certainly is my cup of tea. It's everything I would want it to be. I love it.
It's a great
my
show.
Favorite
Let's
show.
talk about it a little bit because it's a wonderful show, and just describe the point of view of it, if you could.
POV is what we say in
POV.
we
Yes.
say POV in shows.
POV.
Basically. Are we shooting this mit out sound?
Yes.
I just know a lot of lingo. is what
You
I'm
so
saying.
much on-set lingo. Wow, it's incredible.
What is the show? I always say it's what do I always
What
say?
do you always say?
It's kind of like, to me, it's based on the tenets of Mr. Rogers. But like we say, like fucking pussy.
Right. So if you've ever wanted to see Mr. Rogers say fuck or pussy,
Nobody wants to see that. But this is a
don't know.
mutation of that, of if it's mentionable, it's manageable, of there isn't anyone you couldn't love once you've heard their story, of you are the only one, you are the only you in this whole world, of compassion, but also of aggressive silliness and very, very, very dumb humor. Nothing with anything to say is served without a big, bready sandwich of aggressively dumb.
right? And it's very interesting because it's semi-topical. Although I don't think that you need to. I mean, it's not really topical, but you're talking about current things.
No, well, see this. I see it as wildly topical, but that's my perspective. I
Right.
see it as it's of this time.
But
you
it's
know?
it's of this time,
It's
but
more
it's not-
evergreen of this is what happened today in
Yes.
the news. Although between Monday and Tuesday when we shoot, and up until we shoot Tuesday night, we're adding and tweaking things according to what's going on and how it relates to right this very moment. But
it's not like people
it's all crucial stuff of this moment in time.
But it's not like people couldn't tune in and watch the first episode, which aired a few weeks ago, and be like, oh boy, this is stale.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because it's about what's going on currently as a whole, but it's not specific week to week about what's going on. It's really interesting. You're out there trying to essentially find common ground with people who have different viewpoints than the traditional. Most talk show hosts are pretty traditional, on the left or liberal leaning.
Or no politics. But now,
right.
yes, now it's nobody. This is the thing is the show is political by virtue of being made right now. Mm-hmm. Anything being made right now is political because of the times we live in. I mean,
right.
when you don't talk about stuff, you tend to feel complicit if it's like something that needs to be given voice to. But I'm being very serious about a very silly show. It is.
That's the other interesting thing is it is alternatingly very silly and very funny. It's alternatingly very dirty, and a lot of what you have done in your previous work and your stand-up. And then it's alternatingly very moving as well when you go out there and talk to people that we sort of those people on the left can kind of, and people on the right, certainly we demonize the people on the other side.
Yeah, when you're face-to-face, it's very different.
Right. And that's what you're trying to do. You're going out there and meeting these people face-to-face and talking to them.
Social media has made the world so much smaller, and I love that in those ways, but we're also individually wrapped, so it's like our porcupine needles go up and we become very righteous, and right and wrong is extremely black and white. And then when we're face-to-face, I mean, none of us can change or be open or understand each other unless our porcupine needles are down. I know I always say that. I mean, that's like defenses. I mean, like
right.
Our defenses are down. And that just usually comes down with the first hug hello or the first, laugh.
I'm not a hugger. I'm a shake hand type of person, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, there was almost like a side squeeze when you met me at my car.
Yeah, traditionally, you and I, we've known each other for a long time.
I'll grab you and make you hug me, but
I prefer a nice, healthy, strong handshake with a look in the eye of grim determination.
Well, you're a man of great integrity.
And great purpose. We're, of course, deep in the throes of Navi Doggy.
You shake your hand like you always make sure that you shake your hand like a dead fish to commemorate all the dead fish in the poisoned waters.
The ocean temperatures are rising, and pretty soon 80% of the fish are going to be dead, and I want people to know that in my handshake.
They jacuzzi'd to death.
Yes. Jacuzzi to death. That is what a nice sort of whimsical way of describing the fish dying.
Of the greenhouse gas.
You're a brander. You're in branding.
I am. I'm really that's my passion.
So, can you describe some of the people with whom you've spoken on this show, just to give people a general sense of what they could be, the types of conversations that you're having?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. The first episode we talked to Megan Phelps Roper, who grew up in the Westboro Baptist Church and went to it was her life and her passion and everything she believed, and went to funerals with God hates fag signs, and lived among her big family but small community of this world, and got put in charge of social media, and suddenly she saw the rest of the world, and a few people came towards her with kindness and warmth, and the truth. And she left, 5 years ago, and it's really interesting. If you see the Louis Theroux documentary on the Westboro Baptist Church, she's all over it, and she's still the same person. She's just this soulful heart, of a person. She just at that time, this is everything she believed to be true. So and we all certainly have things in our past of which we're not proud, but we all try to change and become better people. What about the people out there who have no interest in changing? What do you think about them? Well, I don't know. They're surviving. I think when you don't want to be open to change, don't want to hear other points of views, chances are you're in a survival mode. I mean, like Donald Trump is a good example. He's in survival mode.
What do you think he's surviving, though? Like surviving?
I think he has. I mean, listen, I'm going to try just from a scope of compassion and not like hating this person's fucking guts and everything they're doing and standing for. And I mean, he has no ideology. He's just a big, giant baby. He stopped growing at 8 years old. Something really bad happened to him where he stopped growing emotionally completely. And now we have a president who is kicking sand in a sandbox, who's a big playground bully and is causing tons of hurting people's lives. Mm-hmm. But anyway, my point is people who are not open to change or to hear other perspectives that's their means of survival. They just, whatever trauma or whatever they're going through, you can't thrive if you're like drowning. You're just surviving. And I think there are so many people like that in this country where there's empathy is latent and is just in this basement door in their people's souls because
buried.
And it's really hard. People are just kind of surviving. And also I think there's a huge wealth addiction problem, you know, where the people in this administration running the country and in running the world are wealth addicts. They're billionaires who are filling an unfillable hole, and it's just as real as crack. I mean, I'm really trying to have compassion for it, even though I fucking hate them and they're ruining the world.
It is interesting to me.
But the big oil and the big banks and Pepsi Cola and all the giant oligarchs of this country.
Disneyland.
Disney,
Disney's okay.
I'd probably put that in there. I mean, no,
well,
it
is interesting to me that I always look at companies. And the fact that once they go public and they're on the stock market and everything, they have to grow every quarter or else they failed miserably. And I'm always like, what if you did just as good? Or what if one quarter you didn't do fine? Like it's not like growth. This whole obsession with growth, everything has to grow.
Well, look at
is
the
it
tax
scalable?
cuts and who they affect and who they hurt and who they help is just crazy. It's a product of an authoritarian government, and that the oligarchs, people who are billionaires and zillionaires, are completely not just influencing policy, but are making policy that just behooves them because they are addicts.
Mm-hmm. So what? So then
they put the dicks in addicts.
I love that.
I just wrote that. Oh my God!
Did you mail it to the Writers Guild to make sure that
I wrote it down and mailed it to myself as a makeshift.
Okay, good. What do you? So then, the people who are uninterested in changing, do you just reach out to them with compassion, no matter what, just knowing that they perhaps will never change?
Well, I don't. How would I even see them or know? I mean, I don't know. I'm not like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a mission, but I'm
basically asking what
I don't like leaving my apartment.
What should I do with my family? That's what I'm asking.
Well, listen, you love them and you can't change them, and yelling and arguing, and certainly what I've learned in the show is facts don't change minds.
Right.
Feelings do. So better to ask them about themselves. Give them love, enjoy the things that you do have in common. And
secretly stew about the things that I hate about them.
You don't have to talk about politics at Thanksgiving. You don't have to. Like, just try to get along and connect. That's the most you could possibly do.
Mm-hmm. Wise words from Sarah Silverman.
People are open.
She's still going.
What am I doing? I don't know why I'm trying to.
I like it.
I don't do characters. I don't know what to tell you.
We don't have characters on that show. Those types of shows are annoying. But classic Jarles, maybe a ghost, but he's real. Look, we get serious on this show, and I'm not afraid to do it, Sarah.
Oh, I thought you meant Sirius XM. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're on Sirius XM right now.
I know. I just thought this show gets it. Like you have it on one of your stations.
All right, we need to take a break. When we come back, we have the aforementioned. You mentioned your show is about today, and certainly our next guest is certainly of the moment, and that's very exciting. And it's quite a scoop for us to have this person on the show. When we return, Charles Manson will be on the show. That is exciting. And coming Coming up a little later, we have someone in royalty. What a show today. This is incredible. We'll have more Comedy Bang Bang coming up next. More Sarah Silverman coming up next. I Love You, America on Hulu. Go ahead and pause this show and watch that, and then come back with
You don't have
fresh
the
eyes.
guts.
We'll be right back after this. Hey, everyone. Today's show is brought to you by, this is new. Haven't heard of this before, but I'm happy to learn about it. Zelle. Zelle. What could Zelle be? Z-E-L-L-E. All right. Well, Zelle is a new way to send money to your friends. So that's nice of you. I don't think I've ever sent money to my friends and family. Oh, God, even nicer. I've certainly never done that. But it's a new way to send money to your friends and family from your banking app. Let's face it, cash, it's easy to lose. If you wash your pants like I do 3 times a day for various reasons, I don't want to get into it. I'm constantly washing $100 bills to the point where they're unusable. Zelle, I need you. Checks? I mean, sure, balances, but checks? Checks, they take so long to clear, they're basically worthless. But with Zelle, once you're enrolled, the money, it just moves right between bank accounts and typically arrives in minutes. Just moves. Just zim, zoom, zam, zoom, zim, bing, bing, boom, boom. Money here, money there. Bing, boom, 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 boom. Zelle. Pay your share of the cost of Dad's gift, request half the cost of the Christmas tree you bought with your roommate, or pay the personal trainer. If you're like me, you work out 3 times a day with a personal trainer. What I could do is I could pay the personal trainer I've hired with ease, all thanks to Zelle. It's so easy to use, and it works with almost anyone with a bank account in the United States. And you have a bank account in the United States? I pray that you do. And don't worry, Zelle is safe and it's backed by major banks, which means you can send money confidently. Just go to zellepay.com to learn more. That's zellepay.com. That's Z-E-L-L-E-P-A-Y, pay.com. I don't have to spell com, right? You know what it is. Zelle. This is how money moves. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Sarah Silverman, I Love You, America on Hulu's every week. When is your season finale? Season finale.
Ooh.
In December some point?
I'd have to look at my phone.
That's all right. I'll give you a little time to do that. I'll try to stall while that's happening. Coming up a little later on the show, we have someone from royalty, and that is very exciting. And very soon, we have Charles Manson, the aforementioned Charles Manson, who I believe is in the news, certainly in the 60s, and in the news currently.
December 14th.
December
That's our
14th.
last one gets posted December 14th.
And it's a great show. I binge-watched an episode, and it was really great.
You binge-watched an episode?
Yeah, all 30 minutes of it. Every single minute, I binge-watched it. No, it's great. Catch up while you can. They're not taking it down, though. Once the last episode happens, it'll be on forever.
There.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, this is exciting. Sarah, are you a fan of our next guest?
I'm intrigued by him, and I hope that he is.
It's going to be like your show, where we sit down with someone with a different point of view.
Right. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's be open.
Let's hear it. All right, so he is a certainly controversial figure, a controversial firebrand.
A musician.
Certainly of note, and a noteworthy figure, certainly. Please welcome to the show, Charles Manson. Hello.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, it's so nice.
It's good to see you. You're looking very well.
Thank you very much. I don't think I look particularly well, but I appreciate it.
No, you look beautiful.
Thank you. You are not looking so hot, I have to say.
Well, I'm here to set the record straight. Many of you may have thought I was in a hospital near Bakersfield, but I'm obviously not. I'm here in your studio.
How did you get out? It's interesting because when I heard you were booked on the show, I was surprised, certainly. Then again, we've had some real weirdos on this show, so I wasn't too surprised. But mainly the mechanics of how you actually got out were very intriguing to me.
Well, I put a broom in my hospital bed. I carved a little swastika in the top of it, and people have been just putting an IV in it all week. They've been just completely occupied with trying to get an IV in a broom, and I just slipped out the front door, and I'm doing my bucket list.
Oh, well, wait, you're doing your, is it, what
Ooh,
are they?
it's Charlie's bucket list.
What do they call that? Is it the bucket list? The Jack Nicholson?
Oh, the Jack Nicholson. There's a beautiful film.
It's beautiful,
An
isn't
old
it?
gentleman does everything on his old bucket list. He goes in a hot air balloon. And ever since I saw that movie in jail, and they have, I don't know if you know, they had movie nights.
Oh, really?
At jail, yeah.
Which night?
Christmas.
Oh, it's just one night a year? You
Yes.
said movie nights, but I guess
Well,
you've been there for
I've been
40
there a long
years.
time.
Yeah. So you've seen 40
Scott,
movies?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The Bucket List.
Okay.
A
Oof.
Dog's Purpose.
Oh, no.
Julie and Julia.
These are depressing films.
No, I was very inspired by them, and that's what inspired me to just get on out of jail and try to seize life before it's over.
This is incredible.
Wouldn't it be great to be able to see like a sliding doors with Charles Manson where the other one is he gets in the monkeys.
Right, yes.
Because I know he auditioned
Who
for
was
the
he
monkeys.
supposed
That's one of
to-
my favorite fun facts.
Who was he supposed to be? Which monkey was he going?
I would have been Davy Jones.
Davy,
no
oh.
doubt. The heartthrob all the way. All the ladies would have been chasing old Charlie down the road.
What an interesting alternate universe that would be.
Yeah.
You know?
I prefer this one. I've learned so much.
Prefer this one.
Oh, yeah.
You've been locked away for so long, but it's about growth for you. It's about
Yeah.
emotional and intellectual growth.
Yeah, well, you just learn a lot when you've got all that time to meditate. I got do you know the Headspace app?
Yes, yes.
I'm not familiar with
app.
it. Oh, it's a meditation.
It's a meditation app. It's a British man. He tells you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. It's really changed my whole perspective.
Wow. How do you have a smartphone in jail? I was unaware that you were allowed to have those.
I'm not supposed to, but Squeaky Frome came to visit me one day. She smuggled it right in.
Squeaky foam?
Squeaky Frome.
Oh, Frome.
She one of the Manson family.
Yes, I mean-
I've been hiding it.
They let you see her? They have like some sort of conjugal visit or something?
Well, visiting day.
Oh, okay.
It's Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Once a
wait,
year.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You only get one a year.
One
Wow.
movie day, one visiting day.
Has it been squeaky all 40 years?
No, she came one time 4 years ago, gave me an 5C.
Okay.
I've been it's been hidden in a roll of toilet paper.
Wow. Amazing. So the squeaky Frome gives the iPhone
Yeah, squeaky
as
phone.
an update of that
That's
old
what-
expression,
yeah.
right?
Did you say squeaky phone?
Yeah.
He still got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I wanted to come on a podcast. It's one of the biggest things on my bucket list.
Really?
Scott.
Coming on a
Yeah.
podcast?
Oh,
Any podcast or this one in particular?
Well, I wanted to be on Reply All, but they do theirs far in advance. It's a different
yeah.
situation, I learned.
Yeah, this one was supposed to be for the past, but unfortunately, we can't get that time machine. So, what about WTF? I think Mark Maron
I
would
find
be.
him to be abrasive. It's too much. I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want to talk about Lorne Michaels. Enough. I want to be on an old podcast where we can be positive, learn a little something, and old Charlie can just get philosophical.
Well, this is exciting. I mean, obviously, do you know Sarah Silverman's work at all? Or
Oh, yeah.
Were you
Hello.
Were you allowed to see any of her movies on Christmas?
We did see Wreck-It Ralph. I liked it because it's a man just breaking out of the chains that bind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
so great.
so Wreck-It Ralph is
Which
almost
one?
like
You were Ralph?
I was Wreck-It.
Okay. The building?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't say a lot, but good
I was
for
the
you.
apartment building. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very good.
Wreck-It Ralph is the Charlie Manson of Disney characters. Would you agree, Sarah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's lift that
Yeah,
and send it
and-
to Disney.
Yes, and.
This is exciting. So, I mean, have you ever wanted to ask Sarah Silverman anything? I mean, being a big fan of Wreck-It Ralph, I guess you don't know any of her other work. Were you allowed TV?
Were you in the bucket list?
I wasn't.
Nah, yeah, then I don't really have any questions for you. I'm sorry.
What is on your bucket list? Be on a podcast.
Sure. Be on a podcast. I went skydiving. Went skydiving outside
Really?
of Anaheim yesterday. I didn't enjoy it. It was too loud.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much wind in your ears. Nobody tells you that. I'm not scared of heights, but I'm sure I'm scared of noise.
Can't you wear like headphones that are blasting like Van Halen's Panama or something?
They didn't.
No,
you
that's
know,
what they put on the tape when you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they
yeah.
edit it together. Because that's what they want you to believe is that you'll be like listening to just, Eddie V.
Yeah, no. In real life, it's just your brain being blasted with too much wind, and then it's over in a second. I didn't enjoy it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Did you tandem?
No, I said I asked to, and then at the last minute, my tandem buddy stayed in the plane.
Good. Did he recognize you? Is that?
I think he may have. I told him my name was Marles Jansen.
Oh, no.
And I said I just came from Milwaukee. Nobody knows who I am.
I'm not in the Monkees.
I'm not in the Monkees. But he seemed to put two and two together. And so I jumped out of the plane, and then I ran right away. I didn't even stay to see the tape.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you keep the parachute?
Yeah. I'm sitting on it right now.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Wow, there it is. Yeah, amazing. I
It's
thought
a
that was
love-
just
yeah.
like a big, long, flowy dress.
Oh, no. It's a parachute. I wouldn't wear a dress.
Oh, sorry. Things have changed since you've been locked away. People can
Well-
wear dresses now. It's
Not Charlie Manson.
okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult
That's
you.
okay.
What else do we
It's
have on
okay.
your bucket list?
I want to try every drink at Starbucks.
Oh, wow.
Every size of every drink?
Oh, yeah. Every size of every drink. And I'll tell you what, that'll take me a while because I can't do it all at once because I can't. Too much caffeine will make me wild.
Right. Oh,
so
okay.
I can do 3 at a time. So I've been going 3 times a day, 3 drinks at a time.
Do you get the venti, grandi, and what's the other one?
Tall.
Tall of one drink every day?
Oh,
or
no.
you get ventis of each?
I'm
Or?
starting with ventis. I'm working my way down
Okay.
to the talls.
Well, by the way, there's way more drinks now because we're in the seasonal drinks as well.
Don't remind me, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's really keeping me up at night.
What do you think of those 2 hands holding on the Starbucks cup
I'm confused by them because are they 2 people or is it 1 person
and a snowman? or
and a
something?
snow? Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I brought it up many times.
Really?
Yes, I've raised a number of complaints. And nobody has responded so far.
What's your favorite drink over there at Starbucks?
Oh, I love just hot milk. It's on the kids menu. It's just a
you
warm
don't need
milk.
to go to Starbucks for that.
You don't need to, but it's the experience.
Yeah, that's true. If you're getting them
you
all.
get hot milk in your house, you're microwaving a cup of milk. It seems sad. It gets that film on it. Makes me crazy.
I don't think that's making you crazy. I
Well.
think you may all. Well, what else is on your bucket list?
Oh boy, bunch of things. I never touched a snake.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
I don't know
never
that I have
touched-
either.
Well, don't you
Sarah?
wanna?
I have touched a snake.
Which snake have you touched?
Growing up, we had a lot of gardener snakes.
I think they're gardeners or garter snakes.
Garter, maybe a garter snake.
But I believe
And-
there's a gardener snake.
We
as
had
well.
one. We found one in the grass, and we named him Glassy.
That's prime snake territory.
And we gave him a home in a box for Universal Legos, and then he escaped. And I'm, looking back, I'm glad he did.
Good for him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be trapped there in those
No,
Legos.
of course
He wants to be
not.
out there in the garden or garter.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Garter.
So you don't currently have that snake, so Charlie can't touch it.
No, sorry.
Sorry.
Boy, that's a bummer.
So glassy, so smooth.
Yeah. Where do you think
Old.
you're gonna try to go out and find a snake?
Well, my plan is to stroll over to the LA Zoo after this and see if they have any snakes in a cage with wide bars. I don't know if you know, I've got very thin hands, so I think I could
let me get a
sneak
look at those
touch.
things.
Oh,
Oh my God, those are paper thin.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I didn't mean my fingers are thin. I meant width-wise. My hands are thin I'm a real flat
They're
Stanley.
almost like 2-dimensional.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They don't talk about that on the news. How
They
did you ever
don't.
grab a knife?
Oh well, that's why I had so many people do it
Oh,
for me.
that's why I get it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a man who can do for myself, but not when it comes to holding a knife.
Yeah.
His strengths are in delegating.
Right. Yes, exactly.
I'm a very good delegator.
So you think you can get I have to say most snake enclosures have just solid glass. They don't have any with wide bars.
Well,
Unfortunately.
my second
You have a second plan?
my second plan is
Back up.
to see if I can maybe go to the gift shop, get a hat that makes me look like I work at the zoo
Oh, I don't know that they sell those like hats that say "I work here."
for kids. Isn't that fun? You're a kid. You go to, a kid goes to, I don't know, the zoo.
The thing we're talking about?
And you get a uniform.
Yeah.
Like a little kid's uniform, like
That's
a
cute.
junior zoo employee. I'm hoping I can get a junior zoo employee uniform, squeeze into it, and say, hello, I work here. I touch the snakes.
I think that's great. If anyone has children, that's a great thing to do with your kids, is always have them dress as an employee of wherever you go.
It's fun. It teaches them how to work, and, maybe they could trick someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great plan. What else do you
Thank
have on your bucket list?
Thank you. Well, this is a little more of a long game, but boy, would I love to learn to swing dance.
Oh,
Wow.
Do you? I have no dancing partner. Would you like? Are you free?
you know what? I don't know how to swing dance. I would maybe like to. Sometimes I feel like I was meant to be a dancer and I never did that.
It's kind of out of fashion, the swing dancing now, but
which is the time to learn it.
yes,
Before it becomes into fashion.
because then you'll be really good.
Yeah, because it's coming back.
These things tend to every decade or so come
They're
back
a real
at certain
cycle.
points.
It's
Yeah.
like swing dance, and then like the width of a pant leg, right? It's
You're
always
miming
on a cycle.
taking your pants down
Yes.
for some reason. That's pants? Okay, got it.
That's pants.
Okay,
yeah,
mustard.
just in case it wasn't clear. I
Right, got it.
strive for clarity. So I got a Groupon. It's for a studio up in North Hollywood if you want to go.
How many people?
I would like to. I'm definitely bigger than you. You would need to be the one that swings through my legs, but
Oh,
I feel
perfect.
good about that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be the not. I want to follow. I spend so much of my time leading. I want to be the following partner. I want you to throw me all around,
the
Sarah.
perspective that you get, it seems like from doing a long time in prison is really astounding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
It's like a spa for your mind.
How many people are in this Groupon? Do you need more than just the two of you? Or maybe you could get some mops.
Oh, well,
Carve some swastikas in some mops and pretend that they're other people? Or
I wouldn't need to carve a swastika because I wouldn't need to bring a mop that looks like me.
I
People
guess
they
that's
would say,
true.
why did this man and his twin brother come to learn dancing?
Where did you carve the swastika? Did you carve it on the end of the mop, on the nubby end, or where the mop stuff is, which would sort of double as your long stringy hair?
You got it. Second one.
Second one.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
because the mop, my hair looks just like a mop.
Right.
And so, I put
your
it.
beard and the
my
like.
beard, yeah.
So you carved it right there, just in case they part the actual mop strands.
Yeah, well, I carved it and then
They're
pulled.
like, is this him?
I pulled the blanket up to the swastika
yeah.
so they think, oh, Charlie's face is cold. We don't want to bother him.
We
So
can't get this IV in him for weeks, but
Yeah.
okay.
I
You
feel
got
like
it.
if we Googled swastika mop, something would come up.
Something definitely
in the
would come
shopping.
up. That, by the way, that could be the title of this episode, Swastika Mop. So this episode will come up at least.
Yeah.
But
prefer I don't want to tip any of the nurses off.
You don't wanna give them a clue?
Yeah. If you could call this episode, I've never seen Charlie Manson.
I've never seen Charlie Manson, nor a swastika mop.
Yes.
Okay, great.
That would be
that'll be the title. I'm pretty
You'd
sure.
be doing me a real solid.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Anything else? Is that the entirety of your bucket list, or do you have several?
Oh no, there's plenty more on my
wow.
bucket list. I mean, I could go on forever about my bucket list.
I'll give you another 10 minutes or so.
Oh, terrific! I would love to meet Ed Sheeran.
Okay. How did you ever get to know the music of Ed Sheeran?
Oh boy!
Or have you just read about him?
And the guards when they're mopping up,
They hum his songs?
Oh yeah, they hum his song.
Wait, is this where you got your mop?
Yeah.
From an Ed Sheeran humming guard?
Yeah, I took it from a guard. I said, they said you can take one thing to the hospital. I said, I take Jerry's
So you
mop.
were about to go to the hospital, and they said you can take one thing, assuming you would name something from your personal effects.
Sure.
And instead you said Jerry's mop, and they
Yeah.
said, well, we're the ones who said it.
Yeah.
We made him a deal, so I guess we have to.
They made their beds. Now they're lying in it, and old Jerry doesn't have
And
a
you're
mop.
not lying in your bed.
No, I'm not. That's where the mop is.
Interesting.
But boy, he was a big Ed Sheeran fan. He would even sometimes let me use the headphones of his iPod, listen to some Ed Sheeran.
And don't you wish you had taken those instead for your big skydiving escapade?
Oh, do I? Boy, do I.
Pulling it all together.
But I love, I just think he's a very soulful musician. I love that song about what is the shape, how you're shaped.
What is that song? I don't know. Sarah, do you know that song, How You're Shaped?
How you're shaped.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You're 70.
You're 70? He's singing about a 70-year-old person?
Yeah, how you're shaped. your 70 year. It's Ed Sheeran. We're having
That's good.
a
I
good
think
time.
more
Yeah.
people should, much like the monkeys that you wanted to audition for,
Yeah.
should name who they are in songs.
Makes it really contribute. Everybody
You know what I
sounds
mean?
the same.
Run
these
DMC
days.
used to do it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because otherwise you're listening to a song and you're like, oh, I really like it, but who is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll forget it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I want to meet Ed. I want to congratulate him.
What? Congratulate, that's all you want to do?
Yeah,
You just walk up to him, say congratulations?
yeah.
Let's have this conversation. Like,
Sure.
just pretend I'm Ed Sheeran.
Oh my
This is my
God.
favorite
Honestly,
game.
thank you so much because I'm very nervous.
Sarah took off her glasses, by the way, to pretend to be Ed Sheeran, just for authenticity.
Can't see close.
Hi, I'm just a regular passerby and fan.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to do accents.
that
What
was-
is
Is
it?
that was that
sounded
Canadian or
No.
oh Scottish?
He's
Is
no,
he
I
Scottish?
don't know. I can't do accents.
Scott, he think he's Scottish.
He is Scottish?
He's
Okay, so that's not bad, Sarah.
He's definitely not from America.
Yeah.
That was good.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Ed, don't judge yourself. Your accent sounds great. You make beautiful music. I loved that song where the music video, you're boxing with a lady. At first I saw it. She seemed to be way out of your league. And I watched it a bunch of times and I said, hey, go get it, man.
Way out of his league, like featherweight or something? What?
Yeah, there's a music video. Jerry showed me a music video for this song I'm talking about.
This
and Ed
guy
Sheeran's-
Jerry, you seem very chummy with him.
He's my best friend.
Oh, wow. How long has he worked there?
About 2 years. He's a newer guy.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
wait, is that all you wanted to say to Ed Sheeran, or would you just turn around and pivot and walk away, or?
I would ask him, can I give you a hug?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
How tight?
Well,
That's respectful.
Let's just,
Yeah, well, I took an etiquette class in prison.
Oh, you did. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Did you ever wish you took that before prison?
Oh yeah. I learned a bunch of nice rules that I never even knew.
Okay.
One of them is before you hug, you ought to ask how tight.
How tight? Yeah.
Yeah.
How tight? I've never asked anyone how tight.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes you hug someone too tight, and then
Oh
it's
yeah,
all over.
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you hug them just like you're barely touching. They're like, hey, what's up? Why
Yeah.
not tight?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
my therapist said to hug heart to heart.
To your therapist? A little creepy.
We do hug heart to heart when I say goodbye. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
How do you find therapy? I've always wondered, should I be in therapy? How do you find
Yes.
therapy to be?
I think
definitely.
you're fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're so close to death, I think.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. Because maybe I feel so invigorated now that I'm out in the world. I'm living my truth. I'm learning to dance. I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
This might invigorate me and I might just be,
Give you a new lease on life.
yeah. That's my hope.
You were so frail in the hospital, and now you're here with so much
vim.
and vigor.
Vigor.
Wow, yes.
Yeah.
And do you ever wonder if this is that you have died, and now this is like your soul? Like
I'm a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, are you calling me a ghost?
Well,
Sarah, are you going on record calling Charles Manson a ghost?
I'm calling you a
Did I say Charles Manson?
ghost.
Ghost.
Charles Manson is what I tried to change my name to so many times.
Oh, man. That's the
Turns
dream.
out I couldn't because there already is one.
Did you ever play that game MASH when you were a kid?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
You know that game, Sarah, where you're like Mansion, what was it?
Oh, the,
Mansion?
Oh, you're doing
with
cootie
the-
catcher hands, but MASH is not done with a cootie catcher.
Oh, right. MASH
Yeah.
is with
You write
letters.
MASH on a
Right.
paper.
Yeah,
All
marriage.
right.
Yeah.
We were talking about coochie cutters on a show a couple of weeks ago, but what did you say?
A cootie catcher.
Cootie catcher,
It's that,
okay.
it's when you make a little paper. We did this in prison all the time.
Oh, I bet.
Cootie catcher, big prison game.
Only
They
you
fold it.
you would play
Yes.
PPPP, where it's just prison.
Yeah. Every time you get to the end, you open up a flap and it says, "Stay in prison."
Stay in prison. You're
Yeah.
not going anywhere,
Yeah.
pal. Wow. This. Do you want to just rapid fire list the other things on your bucket list, or just as many as we can get to? We're just about to go to a break.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Just rapid fire as quickly as you
got
can.
It,
Yeah. Okay.
I would love to go to In-N-Out.
Easy.
I would love to do Bloody Mary in a bathroom mirror. I've always wanted to. I'm too
Where
scared.
you say Bloody Mary 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
I've gotten to 2.5 times so many times.
where you say bloody on the third one?
Bloody
you go,
Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody. ready.
I can't do
I'm not
it.
ready to meet her. Yeah. I would
Save
love
that one for last, by the way, just in case you do meet her.
Scott, that's an excellent piece of advice. I would love to go to an open mic.
And perform or just watch?
Just watch.
Okay.
I want to be
Sarah,
supportive.
is there any open mics out there that you can point her way to, or his way? Sorry. I beg your pardon.
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm sitting on a parachute.
A lot has changed since you've been in prison.
Well, no, I
things
still
are
am-
gender neutral now, and sometimes we get our
boy.
pronouns mixed up.
I don't I know? I see it at Starbucks all the time. Every time I go, they call me ma'am.
Very weird.
It's
Yeah, but, well,
very
you have very
weird.
long hair.
Yeah, well, I do, and I usually order facing the other direction.
Oh, right.
I
So
look-
they can't see the beard or
Yeah,
the swastika.
Exactly.
Yeah. By the way, you've
Exactly.
put makeup on that swastika, just trying to fill, almost like putty, trying to fill it in, but it still
Yeah.
is pretty apparent.
Oh, dang.
Okay, rapid fire because we're going to a break. List the stuff down.
I'd like to get glasses because I've always been nearsighted, never been able to see.
You can have Sarah's, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
there you go.
terrific. They're if
I'm farsighted.
then it wouldn't work. It would exacerbate the problem. Never been to the Grand Canyon. I want to go somewhere to feel small. I want to ride a horse. I want to learn to ride a bike.
But not ride a bike? You
No,
just want to learn?
I just want to learn. I just want a back pocket.
Just know
just
the
read a book on it.
mechanics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, I would love to go visit the Lo Bianco house.
What is
And
that?
That's one of the houses where I murdered a couple people,
Oh.
some of my early work, and I just want to TP it. That's last.
You want to be like, old Charlie was here.
Yeah, I want to TP
Just
so
send
they
him a
know.
message.
Yeah, old Charlie was here because people go tour it. They think it's fun. They think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to know it's not funny. It's scary. So I'm going to TP it.
I don't know how that sends that message.
Yeah,
but
It's
it-
scary.
You're gonna get. The
Yeah, I would maybe
results
punch
you
that one up.
No, it looks
Yeah.
like TP looks like a bunch of ghosts.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
You may or may not be a ghost. Have you seen this guy Jarles walking around the halls?
Oh yeah, tiny throat.
I think you might be a ghost and he might be a ghost.
I don't. Maybe you're all ghosts.
I don't know. Maybe we're all ghosts. That's a good point. All right, we need to go to a break. When we come back, this is exciting. We have a Prince here, and not Prince because he would be a ghost. Maybe it is Prince. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll have more Sarah Silverman, more Charles Manson, more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Most people, you have to admit, sleep on their backs, right? Not me. I sleep face down like I'm in a grave or something. Just buried in an unmarked grave. Boom. But you have to agree, most people, when they get in that old bed of theirs, grandma's feather bed, they're lying on their backs. But what if, and this is a question that has plagued the philosophers since the dawn of time, what if when you were sleeping on your back, you could give back? And I know what you're thinking. I'm not saying you could give your back to someone who happens to be up and not sleeping so that they could walk around upright. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you think that I meant that? No, of course not. What I mean is by giving back, I mean giving back to the community at large. What if you could do that? You're on your back and you're giving back. Well, there used to be no earthly way to do that, but finally, Lisa figured it out. And I can imagine the conversation now. First of all, Lisa, I'm imagining that the Lisa laboratory is just filled with hundreds of mattresses and just people sleeping on them in sleep experiments, and they all have electrodes just hooked up to them. But I can imagine the conversation. Look at all these people on their backs. What if they could give back while they slept? Well, they figured it out because Lisa is an innovative, direct-to-consumer online mattress brand that is also socially conscious. I've heard of mattress brands that are one of those things, but both? Wow, Lisa, you crazy for this one. Driven by the mission to provide a better place to sleep for everybody, for every 10 mattresses Lisa sells, they donate one to a shelter through their 110 program. 110 program. You did it, Lisa. Not to mention, Lisa also plants one tree for every mattress sold with their 1-1 program. and donates 1% of each employee's time to volunteer for local causes with their 1-100 program. A lot of programs, Lisa. But best of all, Lisa's patented universal adaptive feel is designed for sleepers of all types, and it features 3 premium foam layers. You know the foam layers by now. I barely even need to say them. But I love saying them. 2-inch Avena foam top layer for cooling and breathability, 2-inch memory foam middle layer for body contouring and pressure relief, and a 6-inch dense core support foam for durability and structure for sleepers of all sizes. Small, petite, the rest. And available online in the US, UK, Canada, and Germany, or at the Lisa Dream Gallery in NYC, the 100% American-made mattress ships compressed in a box to your door so you can save a trip to the store. In a box to your door so you save a trip to the store. No wonder it is a Forbes top 20 startup to watch. I have a Lisa. I'm face down on it, baby. Drool City on Lisa. And right now, you can try a Lisa mattress in your own home or in someone else's, I don't care, for 100 nights, risk-free with free shipping always. And get $100 off when you go to leesa.com/bangbang. That's leesa.com/bangbang. Okay, everyone, today we're back with You Love It? You love to eat it, and when I say eat it, I mean put it in your mouth, chew it up, digest it, swallow it. All of the above. You love doing all those things to this, but Blue Apron is back. That's right, Blue Apron. I've used it. Me and my former girlfriend used to cook up the recipes. My former girlfriend I married, by the way. We would cook up these recipes, and I'll tell you what. It's easy. It's easy for us to come home at night. We're exhausted. We hate our jobs. Another boring podcast over with, and you grunt at your loved ones. You take something out of the freezer. You pop it in the old Mickey Wave. That's right, microwave. And that's dinner. It's easy, right? And you glare at the person that you're sharing not only a residence with, but seemingly your life. It's easy to do something like that. But I tell you, when I get Blue Apron, it imbues life into a home. It makes a house a home. And that's truly what you want for the holidays. You want to come home. You don't want to come house. There's a reason that's not a phrase. Come house, please. No, you've never heard that anywhere until now. You want to come home, and it's a wonderful experience because you're there with your loved one. You're almost learning how to cook via osmosis because, even a dummy like myself could figure this stuff out. They give you a big sheet with instructions, large font. Ain't no squinting at Blue Apron. And everything, fresh, pre-portioned ingredients, step-by-step recipes. And they're all cooked under 45 minutes. And that is 45 minutes that you're going to spend with your loved one, that you are going to be enjoying each other's company. You're going to pop open a bottle of wine. You're going to laugh. You're going to live. You're going to love. All of this delivered right to your door. This is amazing. I wish this kind of thing was around when I was a youngster. I would have done it every single day. But Blue Apron, they offer 12 new recipes each week, and customers can pick 2, 3, or 4 recipes based on what fits your schedule. You know? Who knows? Who knows what you like to do? You're weird people listening to the show. Blue Apron sends only non-GMO ingredients and meat with no added hormones. And right now, Blue Apron is treating Comedy Bang Bang listeners to your first dinner, a $30 value, if you visit blueapron.com/CBB. Check out this week's menu. Get your $30 off with free shipping at blueapron.com/CBB. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Comedy Bang Bang. We're back here with Sarah Silverman. I Love You, America. Currently on Hulu. You can get all those episodes, and then catch up with it because a few more weeks to go. And then Sarah takes a break and she comes right back for season 2. If I have anything to say about it, and I believe I do. I don't. I know a couple of people at Hulu.
Do you?
I could go over there. Say, if I'm ever in the hallways, I could sort of mutter boy, that show, I Love You, America, sure is doing great. Just, so people maybe overhear it.
Right. That'd probably get
That's a good plan.
That would really, really help.
Thank you. I will do that. We also have Charles Manson here, who is currently on a quest to do all the things in life that he's wanted to do before he shuffles off this earth. Or maybe he has shuffled off this earth and is in fact haunting us. We're not quite sure.
There's no way to know.
There's absolutely. I guess we could try to put our hands through your body, but I would have to ask you how tight, and I'm not prepared to do that. All right, let's get to our next guest. He is a prince. This is exciting. I don't know from where.
Nigeria.
What's that?
Nigeria.
A Nigerian prince. Okay.
Yes.
Please welcome to the show, Chinedu. Hello, Chinedu.
Hi, how are all of you doing today?
Should we call you Prince Chinedu or?
Call me Chinedu, because when you call me Prince Chinedu, some people think Prince is my first name, and then they are thinking the singer will come out, but I'm not a singer.
Or
at
Michael
all.
Jackson's son.
Sure, I didn't even know that one.
Didn't he name his son Prince?
Blanket.
There's Blanket, definitely.
Blanket.
But I thought that he named another one Prince, which I thought was the ultimate kind of fuck you to Prince in a way. Hey, you would think you're the only Prince?
I've made it a point to not
Engineer
acknowledge
Sam, you're
any
just
other
sitting around.
princes.
You're supposed to fact check me on this stuff. Does look up Michael Jackson's son Prince and let me know. All right, very good.
I don't like to acknowledge any other princes. If I'm being honest, I don't have any interest. So please don't look it up.
Don't look it up. All right, Sam, I'm calling off the dogs. You don't have to look it up anymore.
Clear the history.
Clear history. Don't look up swastika mop either.
Do not look up swastika mop.
So Prince Chinedu, it's so nice to meet you.
Very good to meet you all.
Do you currently live in Nigeria?
And I do live in Nigeria, but I've been in America for the last 15 years.
15 years? Oh, okay. So I would say you reside here, but I get maybe you're more.
I'm just visiting.
You're just visiting.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
For 15 years.
Yes, because I'm going to every Burger King in the U.S. is my goal.
Every Burger King in the U.S.
Yes, every Burger King I want to go to.
Are you, much like our previous guest who's still here, Charles Manson, trying to order everything on the menu, or do you order the same thing from each Burger King?
I'm ordering a Whopper Jr. from every Burger King in America because it's the closest thing to royalty I can find in the U.S.
Okay. So you're going to various Burgers King and ordering Whoppers Jr.
Because they're the son of the king, is the prince.
Right, Prince. So it's almost like it's like Prince Burger. In a way.
But we wouldn't call it Prince Burger. We would just call it a Whopper Jr.
Right.
I'm a prince. Maybe the only other prince.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
So the Prince of the Whoppers, yes. In a way, yes.
No.
I'm sorry, I feel like I'm offending you, but I don't know why.
Because I don't acknowledge any other princes.
I see.
You understand? I'm the only one.
You're the only one. You are
now that the one is dead, I'm the only one.
Okay, well there are Prince Harry and
I hate this.
Scott, this is disrespectful. This is.
I guess so. I don't know why though.
He's saying he doesn't want to talk about other PRINCES.
Okay, I get, and you're right.
I know how to spell.
Facts
I know
are
how
not,
to spell.
changing any minds. So
We're not saying they don't exist. We're just saying it doesn't have to be a part of this interview.
What about princesses?
Sarah, thank you.
We got a princess right here.
Yeah, we have
Princess Wreck-It.
Princess Wreck-It. Oh, very good to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I'm so happy to meet you. What is your favorite Burger King in America?
Oh, wow. I would have to say Sunset and Orange.
I've been there.
Sunset and Orange.
I've been there.
You've been there, really?
been there.
Wow.
What'd you order?
I ordered a Whopper Jr. and I got a medium Coke, no ice, because my teeth get cold when I have ice in my drink.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know the manager. It's Carlos. He's a good guy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you go there often?
I've been to that one many times because there's something about the environment that I like. I connect with there.
Okay, Sunset and Orange. Yeah,
Yes.
here in California.
Yes, yes.
And you reside in California?
no,
or
no,
you-
I've been here for 10 years, but I'm just visiting.
Where were you the previous 5?
I was in Maryland.
Maryland.
Yes.
Really, that's an odd place for a Prince of Nigeria to go to, I guess.
No. There's many Nigerians in Maryland.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Many
Oh.
in Houston as well, but I don't want to blend in too much there. So
Oh, you don't want to blend in. You want to stand out.
I want to stand out. Don't you see what I'm wearing? I
Oh,
came with
yeah.
my
Describe it for the listeners because it's so interesting.
It's purple velvet and a purple velvet hat as well. Pants and hat and jacket.
Right. So you purple
yeah.
velvet up and down from head to toe, literally.
Yes.
Including
Similar
your shoes.
to, I mean, I almost feel like he's goading us into mentioning another.
I
well,
know.
don't-
I'm sorry, but
I don't like it.
It's his
I don't like it when you do
personal
that. I don't like it. How many times do I have to tell you I don't
Oh,
like it?
he's
I
crying.
beg
you,
your indulgence.
you made him. You don't have to cry.
I don't like when they do that. Why do they have to do that?
I'm sorry, Chinedu. I my deepest apologies.
It's okay.
Chinedu, if they keep doing what you don't like, you and I could talk. Maybe I could help you out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that a threat?
No, I'm just saying we could talk about your feelings.
Remember that
I could
etiquette
help-
class you took? It's not nice to kill people.
Well,
Did they cover that?
they said anytime you do something, you got to ask. So I would definitely.
You'd asked me before? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess that's okay.
Can
If-
I stab you?
Yeah. If
May I?
Oh, ooh.
Touche.
May I?
I like that. Very good
Yes.
manners. I like it. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I apologize. I hope you accept my apology. I don't want this to be like a WTF type situation. You know, I'm not going to ask you about Lorne Michaels. Although, have you ever met Lorne Michaels?
I met him one time.
Really?
At Burger King in Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines. What is he doing at a Burger King in Des Moines? Is he on a talent scout or?
You know, I didn't know who he was, you know. He was in line in front of me. He ordered, He ordered the chicken fries.
Oh.
He ordered chicken fries and a hot tea. Then his total was $4.84.
How do you remember the details?
Because I'm always paying attention as a prince. You have to kind of do that. Know the people around you. Know your environment. He ordered those $4.84. He gave them a black card. It was declined.
Whoa.
So he said, "Okay, you must be mistaken. You know, they are whispering, but I'm listening."
Yeah.
I said, they said again, and the woman behind the counter said to him, "Okay, do you have another card you would like to try?" He said, "I don't have any other card. I don't have any cash. This is all I have." So I just tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "My brother, I have your back." And then we did zip zaps up, and then I paid.
I don't know
for,
what that means.
Yeah. It zip zaps up.
What is that a common expression? Maybe I don't
It's
know.
an improv game,
Improv.
Scott.
I told him I have his back, and then we did a brief zip
We
zap
did
up.
zip zap zap all the time. I took an
You took
improv class
improv?
in prison. Yeah, bunch of local improv kids from Bakersfield came. They taught us. I was, I never thought I could do it, but I thought I was pretty
How
funny.
good were you at establishing premises?
Oh, very good. I came in with a hard premise.
Yeah. How about
every time.
escalations? Or
Yeah, I would heighten it. I like
Yeah.
improv because you can shake someone and yell at them.
We can do a two-man.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
I would love
Chinedu,
to
I
do
would
it too.
love that.
I
you
would
want to do a
love to do a
two-person improv right here? Let's do one right here.
Okay. Okay.
Chinedu
All right.
and Charles Manson
Okay.
doing a two-person improv. I guess Sarah and I will be an audience.
All right, can we, Sarah? Can you give us a suggestion?
Castle.
Castle. Father, you are a king. I am a prince. What's the big deal?
Okay, I'm just gonna say stop
Yeah.
right there. I think I don't know a lot about improv. I think it's supposedly, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an improviser. Technically, bush league to say I'm this, you're that. You have to
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of say the
Bush what?
bush league.
Are you getting offended? No,
I'm not. No. I'm not offended. Bush League.
Bush League. It's an American expression meaning sort of a mistake that novices would make.
Because is it named after George Bush or?
No, it's
Before him?
It was people would make fun of George Bush saying he was Bush League, kind of a play on his name. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it means like, isn't it just like the league, the like home league?
Yeah,
before
it's not the major leagues, not the
Yeah.
minor leagues, but
Right.
Bush leagues.
Because you play in the bushes, then you play in the minors, then you play in the majors, right?
Yeah.
Your
Sort
first
of, yeah.
baseball,
Yeah,
playing
kind
right
of.
in the bushes.
Okay,
Kind of, yeah.
Can we please try again?
Yes.
Because, okay, so I shouldn't say who I am. Even though my teacher, I took a class, my teacher's name is Will Hines. He told me to
Will Hines,
say...
I've heard of him. He's really good with accents.
He's very, very good. You know, when I met him, I thought he was from Nigeria.
Oh, really?
I thought he was from Nigeria, but then I realized he's from somewhere. He's not from Nigeria. But he told me to establish location and relationship. You said castle, so I assume we were in a castle. Then I said relationship. That is my father, a king. Me, I'm a prince. I shouldn't say that.
Well, I think you let it come out organically is what Sarah is
Okay,
saying.
okay, please.
It's a little strange for the very first line that anyone says when they walk into any room to be saying like, "Hi, I'm Scott, and I'm in whatever room."
You want the audience to glean this information without having to say it forthright. Is that right? I'm not I don't
Sarah,
know these
you said it
rules.
perfectly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I did half of 101. So
And
I'm
I mean,
not sure I'm
this
So
is
you did,
my
like,
fault. This is my
1-0?
bad.
I did one.
Okay, great.
Please, another suggestion. We will try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I said castle, I meant the show.
Yeah, with Nathan Fillion.
Okay.
Oh,
You
I
have to
didn't
say
know
that when
that,
you say
yeah.
your suggestion. You
Castle
have
the
to say-
television.
That's what I think of when I hear castle. I think you have the problem.
Okay,
not
okay,
Sarah.
no problem. Let
Okay.
us try again, please, please, please.
Great.
Okay, Sarah, please give us a suggestion.
Castle the show.
Charles, you initiate this one.
Okay. Get on the ground. I'm going to stab ya.
Oh, yes, you will, and yes, you will, and I will bleed. I won't like it.
Okay, let me stop you here for a second. Okay, the whole yes-anding thing gets confused sometimes because you're in a scene. You're not supposed to just say yes and to any suggestion. If your character, you're basically saying yes and this person wants to stab me, not yes and this person gets to stab me.
Did you take improv?
No, you're right.
Okay.
I don't
And
know
the
what I'm talking
the crazy thing I was doing in the scene is that I didn't ask first.
Yeah,
So I was very
I thought-
rude.
but that's
There's a rude.
That
so,
would have been the game.
yes, the game would have been rude murderer.
Rude murderer. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's try that. Rude murderer
Okay.
is a good game. Okay,
Okay.
let's pick it back up.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, Charlie.
Get on. I will stab you.
Yes, you will, and the blood will continue to come from my body. I will probably die. Nobody will like it.
I'll like it, even if you don't want me to.
It seems like you are always very rude.
Yeah, be ruder, Charlie.
Can I hug you?
This is not on the game. You have to be rude.
I'm sitting down to say hello. I didn't get up to say hello.
Kind of rude, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're really being yourself.
He broke. We were
Yeah,
doing so
okay,
funny. We were
sorry.
doing so funny.
But you know what?
We
It's
broke.
classic. It's like classic
Yeah.
Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, sometimes the audience enjoys seeing you break.
You
I
make
guess.
yourself laugh so much. You
Yeah.
really, Chinedu, that was very funny.
Thank you. You're very funny too. We should try and maybe pitch a show or a podcast.
Oh, I would
It'd
love
be
that.
interesting. I mean, Charlie Manson and a prince from Nigeria doing a show together. I mean, it's like a new Broad City kind of. Although that was women, this would be. Men, obviously.
Men.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little confused. Thank you for. I don't
We're
know.
both men.
You didn't let me finish telling you how I met Lon after.
Oh
his
yeah, that's
car.
right. So
Oh,
you
but declined.
zim sam zoomed him?
Zip zap zap. I know you didn't take 101. Now I know. Okay, so we did it quick like that, and then I said I'll pay for your meal. After that, he and I sat down and shared our meals. The chicken fries and my junior.
So he
Whopper,
gave you half of his chicken
and
fries.
I gave him half of my Whopper Jr. And he said he doesn't like all of the attention he gets on the coast of the country. So that's why we were there. And since then, he's been asking me to come and see some show, something.
S and L.
S&M, yes. So I told him I can't make it, but yeah, that's my
what a
friend.
wonderful story.
He's my friend.
You did him a little solid, a favor that may seem small to him, but is so large to you, perhaps.
Yeah.
What a wonderful, incredible story that is.
Thank you. I will.
And you did not develop a taste for the chicken fries because you don't seem to order it since then.
I don't really understand why you put chicken as a French fry.
It's more like they're chicken strips, right? Chicken tenders.
Why
almost,
are
but
they
in the
so
shape-
skinny?
Yeah, that's true. I like a fat chicken tender.
So do I.
My opinion is only a real psycho would eat a chicken fry.
Okay, I don't know if people in glass houses.
But
Have you not-
no, I don't live in a glass house. I used to live in prison. Now I'm just out in the world.
By the way, how wide were your bars in prison?
They had to make them very thin because they realized how thin I am.
Right, yeah.
After a while,
Hand-wise.
yeah, they had to keep putting more bars.
More
in.
bars? Oh,
Yeah.
instead of making fatter bars,
Yeah,
they just put
They
more.
just
That's
put
smart.
More. I looked like I was just living behind some blinds after a while.
It was like crazy. At first, he could have escaped very easily because it was
Right.
like it's basically the bars that would only hold a fat Stanley.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
but I
but-
am a
but-
flat
She's a-
Stanley.
That would
He's
be
a-
rude, though.
Yeah.
To escape prison. Did you ever
Yeah.
ask if you could?
Oh, I asked
May I-
nearly daily.
may I
asked,
escape from
May
prison?
I escape? And they said no, and I was taught you can ask something twice, but after you ask something twice,
Third
you
time's
have
a spanking.
third time's a spanking.
Right.
Yeah, so I asked and I asked, and then I had to get sick.
Although finally you just ended up doing it, though. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Well, what I learned in etiquette class is that you don't have to be. People get rude when they're sick. So people don't expect you to be as polite
Oh, that's
when you're
interesting.
sick. You know?
Oh.
Do you find that when you're sick? How are you when you're sick? Do you get rude?
Very rude.
Yeah, a little grumpy.
It's all about me when I'm sick. And I
Yeah.
don't, if anyone tries to help me, it's like, get the fuck out, GTFO.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little grumpy, and in one of my grumps, I escaped from the hospital.
And that's fine on your moral compass.
Oh, yeah.
If you're grumpy
Yeah.
and sick, it's okay to escape prison.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Chinedu, so how do you, is that what you spend most of your days doing, is just going to various Burgers King?
Yeah, yes. Burgers King or Burger Kings or whichever one you like. But
The proper way would be Burgers King.
Burgers King. All of this time, I'm thinking I'm meeting different kings. So it's one king and they.
The burgers are plural, yes.
Oh.
They're different.
Okay, it's true. Well,
There is one king over all. He presides over all of the burgers,
Yeah, I mean,
his constituents.
that's fair because he has one prince, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you people are talking about being sick. What is that like?
You've never been sick,
No.
under the weather, have
Always
a virus.
above the weather.
Okay,
I'm like a cloud.
running. You are funny.
Thank you. That's why I started doing improv anyway. Somebody
did it-
said I was funny, and so I said,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Who was that person? Was it Lord Michaels?
No, no, it wasn't.
Because if so, you should go to that S&M show.
No, by the time I met Lon, I had done. That's why we did the zip zap stuff. No. Somebody, the manager at Burger King in Florida. I was in Jacksonville, Florida. The manager told me I was funny. He said I should take improv.
What do you remember? What you said? I mean, you remember all of the details about every Burger's King. that
Well,
you've
yes,
been to.
okay. Because when I placed my order, he had to take my order because he found
Sure.
out I was
He's
a
an
prince.
employee.
That's right. But no. Because when is the last time a manager took your order anywhere?
Well, if they're understaffed, sometimes. But so what you're saying is they found out, they got some intel that you were a prince, and so
Yeah.
he stepped up to the plate to make
Yes.
sure that it was
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. His name was Jared.
Jared.
And,
It's not Jared Fogle, is it? Moonlighting?
Not that I think about. Okay. Wait. What does Jared Fogle look like?
It depends on what year. Either fat, really fat, or
He's either a fat Stanley or a flat Stanley, depending on where he's at with his sandwiches.
This was in 2015. So by then he was.
he's a flat Stanley by then.
Yeah, this man was small.
Okay,
This guy
so it could
was
have been.
small.
Could have
Maybe
been.
it was him. So
Yeah, is he in your prison, by the way, Charlie?
Oh, well, he's got a flat guy with glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him.
You
He's a
seen
new
him?
guy, so yeah. Yeah, he's always wearing a pair of khaki pants and holding
Really
them
large,
open.
holding him open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to like play basketball or
We
anything?
tried, but he doesn't like that.
Why don't they give him proper
He doesn't
size
appreciate
pants?
it.
Constantly
They should
hitting
give
him in
him
the
proper
nuts.
size pants.
He wants the big pants.
wants
'cause
so
he
everyone
wants
knows.
To show everyone
Yeah.
knows how he went from fat to flat.
He's like Flat Stanley on the
Yeah.
top, Fat Stanley on the bottom.
Yeah.
But Jared told me I was funny because
Yeah, what'd you say?
I said, can I please get a Whopper Jr.? He said, are you sure you don't want a senior? I said, I'm sure. And then before
Like,
he
he's
could...
the funny one.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, that was a
no,
good
no,
joke.
no, because
there is no Whopper Senior. He
Yeah,
invented
he's-
it. It's very creative.
No, wait. Because after he said that, I jumped on the moment and I said, and no fries with that. And I winked at him. He said, you're a funny guy. You should consider taking improv.
It was funny because you really wanted fries or what?
I don't quite understand the joke.
Well, you didn't take improv, so you wouldn't
Oh, okay.
really...
Maybe the wink was funny,
I
or
know.
how did you do it? Can you show us how you winked? That's
you use both
that's,
your
that's
eyes.
both.
That's
That's
a
a blink. Yeah.
No, because it's a wink.
Can you?
Because
Are
the
you
wink-
able to
Wait,
wink? Can you keep one?
Of course I
open?
can.
Let's see. What do you got? Nope. That's again a blink.
You just closed your eyes longer. That's just a longer blink.
Sarah, please, can I say a wink
Yeah,
from
what?
you? A wink from you. What is?
There you
Something
go.
is inside of her eye.
Textbook wink, right
Oh
there.
yeah, so you just blink, but you only blink one eye.
Yeah. Do you, when you go to sleep at night, do you consider yourself to be winking the entire time?
No, when I sleep like this.
Okay, so that's the opposite. So you are able to wink.
That's a wink.
That's a wink.
That is sleep.
When you're a prince, you have to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
you get
true.
Me.
Do you have a lot of
Yeah.
enemies?
Oh, many enemies. Many,
Many me's.
many
Many
Who's
me's.
your biggest enemy?
Yeah.
Well, he passed away, Prince. After him,
Prince.
Did you ever meet him? Or is-
no, I didn't meet him, but I visited his estate after he died. Remember
Oh,
they
in
let people
Minneapolis.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I went inside with a burger. They didn't like it. But
That's why you're mad at Prince?
no, I didn't like him because he had my name. Because
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, he had my name. But my biggest enemy since that time is a woman named Esther.
Esther.
Esther Wilson.
Esther Wilson. That's who's Esther Wilson again? That's
She's not famous.
Oh, okay.
She lives in Denver, Colorado.
how do you know
What's
Esther
her-
Wilson?
She caught me in line at Burger King.
Oh, in Denver, Colorado, or
Denver, and I told her I would never forget her name or her face.
Did she tell you her address?
Yes,
why?
I'll put it on air now. I don't care.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead.
care. 901-257-89 Chester Lane, Denver, Colorado.
Wow. That's you're putting her on blast right now, Esther.
Don't care. Go and visit her.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe Charles can go and see her.
I'll go. You know, I've been wanting to get to Colorado because one of my bucket list items is snowboarding. So maybe while
Be careful. Bring your headphones, though.
I will. I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna plug up my ears. I'll snowboard right down to Esther's
You don't
house.
want to get any snowflakes in those ears.
No, I gotta plug. I don't want wind.
Yeah.
I have very sensitive ears.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll snowboard right to her door. I'll do it
Right down the mountain. Hopefully,
Yeah.
she lives at the foot of a mountain.
I'm sure. I imagine all people in Colorado do.
Live in mountains. Yeah. There's actually, at one of the ski resorts in Colorado, there is a McDonald's
Oh, okay.
at the top of it.
Do you ever go to a McDonald's if they don't have a Burger King?
Oh, God forbid. God forbid I enter.
So
McDonald's.
you've never been in a McDonald's.
For what?
You might like it,
I probably won't.
but if there's some
McDonald's
possibility,
is for blue collar people.
I see. Okay, the people
Farmers, Burger King.
like the Ed Sheerans of the world. The Scottish people.
Yes.
Please,
Burger King is for
Scott, please don't speak ill of Ed Sheeran.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I feel like
Thank
I've
you.
insulted everyone here on the show.
I think you have, but
I mean,
it's
you're
okay.
rude.
Because I think
You should go to prison, take an etiquette class.
I should.
I've learned a lot from Sarah tonight about forgiveness. So you did offend me, but I've already forgotten.
But what about Esther? Why don't you forgive her?
Yeah.
Because that bitch caught me in line at Burger King.
I don't think the punishment of Charlie Manson snowboarding down to her house is commensurate with the crime.
Who is to be the judge of that?
I guess if you believe in a god, maybe, or just the earth eventually will be the judge.
Well, we'll find out after you kill her if it was.
Okay. This is
We'll
terrible.
just have to see.
Okay, I don't. But you'll ask her though.
I'm going to snowboard to her door, ring the doorbell because I've learned that that's the polite way to enter someone's home, and I'm going to do what's an ollie if you do it on a snowboard?
That's a great question.
You know, like an ollie on a skateboard.
In skateboarding, yeah.
It's when you kind of just pop your skateboard up a little and they call it a trick.
Yeah.
What is that on a snowboard?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I wish we had a snowboarding expert here.
I wish nobody.
We've never
Sarah-
had a snowboard expert on the show, and I find that odd. With all the
Sean White's never been on the show.
He's never been here.
Well, that's a shame.
Peekaboo Street. Oh, she's a skier.
Oh, but I bet she boards.
Yeah, she knows some snowboarding lingo.
Yeah, I bet she'd know what an ollie is for a snowboard.
So you're going to complete the equivalent
Yeah.
of an ollie on a snowboard.
I'm going to do an ollie, and then I'm going to say, "May I kill you?"
And Esther, if
She's
you're out there
a
listening,
rude woman. She's a rude woman.
You think
So
she's going to say?
She's going to say no.
If she says no, I'll ask again.
Okay,
And then if she says no that time, then I'll have to snowboard away.
okay.
I'm a new man. I've got manners.
You might wear her down though, and she may say yes on the second time. Yeah.
And she might be really charmed by me. People find me very charming.
You're a charming guy.
She might say sure.
This is a lot like Sarah's show, where we're meeting someone with a different point of view
Yeah.
and finding common ground. And I really like Charlie. What do you think, Sarah?
I think this is exactly like my show, and I'm.
This could be an episode of your show. Would that be weird if you
It
just?
isn't.
Would you if you just put this up in audio podcast instead one
I
week?
think that would be fine.
You could
Yeah.
draw a picture and just put that on
Just a
the
picture
screen.
of Charles Manson
Yeah, I'm very easy to draw.
or a mop, a picture of
Yeah.
a mop with a swastika.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm easy to draw. It's pretty much the
If
same.
you want to draw a picture of Charlie Manson to all of the aspiring artists out there, first draw a mop.
Yeah, you start, it's like a little step by step. Step 1, you draw a mop. Step 2, you draw a little swastika on the mop.
Mm-hmm.
Step 3, you draw a little blanket that just reaches up to the swastika.
Right above the eyes.
And you got a perfect picture of old Charlie Manson.
Like, do you need to draw the whole mop if there's gonna be a blanket that you're drawing on top of the mop?
I think so, and then erase the parts because they teach you in art school, like always draw the foundation and then cover it up and
Right.
erase the other
Yeah.
part. But
Right.
do it
I
in
think I heard
pencil. Do it in pencil.
Yeah.
Are you an artist, by the way, Chinedu?
Yes, I'm very good at all of the arts.
Which media?
Improv and
Okay, I guess that's not really what I was asking.
and digital. I have a Tumblr account where I put a lot of my art.
Get a Squarespace account, by the way.
Squarespace. What is it?
Oh, you'll hear me talk about them occasionally if
He
during the
loves
breaks.
Squarespace.
What?
Oh, love it.
Is Squarespace where you go when you're bad in prison and they close the
Is
door?
that what they call it?
Yeah.
And they shut the blinds
yeah,
of the bars?
They're like, time for Squarespace.
You ever been in a rectangular cell?
Never.
Yeah, it would drive you crazy.
It would
wouldn't
drive you nuts because just thinking about how a square is because when you're in a square cell, you are in a rectangular cell.
Right, yes.
Right.
But when
exactly.
you're in a rectangular
You're
cell,
not in a square.
That's all. You're just in one place.
The roots of philosophy, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get to the roots of ending this show. Speaking of roots, great segue. Would you agree? You're a talk show
Great
host.
segue.
Thank you so much. But before we do that, we have one last feature on the show, and that is a little something called plugs.
Closing up the plug bag, you'll never get those plugs back. I'm a host that's all lap. Yes, that's a shirt.
Oh, okay. That was Shirt Plugs by Marie Horselamp.
It ended very abruptly.
It could have been called Short Plugs because it was one of our shorter songs.
Could have been.
But it's called Shirt Plugs. Thank you to
Could have been called cropped shirt
Crop Top.
plugs, crop top plugs,
Crop Top, yes. Someone write Crop Top Plugs. Very hard to say and perhaps sing.
crop top plugs.
Crop Top Plugs. All right, guys. The plug bag is open. Sarah, what are we plugging here? Obviously, Ralph Wrecks the Internet. Coming out
It's
in
in a
about
year.
360 days or so,
Yeah.
355 or so.
I would say I Love You, America on Hulu, the streaming network of Handmaid's Tale.
Sure.
If
So
you
if you're-
only get Hulu for Handmaid's Tale, you
To
must
try
get
another show. You know,
So good.
It's
Have
so
you
good.
watched it?
Handmaid's Tale, I have not.
That's crazy.
I
feel like people have this misconception that it's like super heavy and a bummer, and it's like you have to watch it because it's important.
It's on my list. I haven't caught up with a lot of things. So,
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, will do. But I instead have watched your show. I hope you don't mind.
I don't.
And another few weeks, December 14th, I believe you said, is the season premiere or season finale, and many more seasons to you, my dear.
Thanks.
Say that a little friendlier.
Thanks.
Okay, there we go. Charlie, what do you want to plug?
I want to let everybody know you can find Charles Manson in the hospital.
Definitely not a swastika mop.
Definitely not a swastika mop. So anybody who wants to swing by and visit, that's where I'll be for the duration
Of your life.
of my life.
Okay.
I would also like to plug The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, great. Okay.
Terrific.
We all can. It would be great.
I want to plug The Handmaid's Tale, obviously, and I want to plug the PCast Blast is coming up. That is December 10th, Sunday, December 10th, at the theater at the Ace Hotel. What do we got? We got Comedy Bang Bang with me, Paul F. Tompkins, and Lauren Lapkus. You have How Did This Get Made? You have Who Charted? Hollywood Handbook, Improv for Humans, and Playing Games with Jimmy Pardo. All that on one bill. It's going to be an all-day event, and that's going to be really fun. I believe the downstairs is sold out, but I think there are still tickets for the balcony. Balcony update fans are really interested in hearing that. So go to my Twitter. There's information about it, and that's going to be a fun show. Hope to see you there. Chinedu, what do you want to plug?
I would like to plug the Whopper Jr. at Burger King. Any of them. Best one being Sunset and Orange. Hope to see you there. Hope to see everyone there.
Yeah, how often? You're there every day or 3 times a day or?
As I'm there at least twice a day for breakfast and dinner.
What happens at lunch?
At lunch, I try to find a new one to visit.
Okay, so you're at the one on Sunset and Orange.
Yes.
Twice a day. But
Yes.
then you'll take a plane to Denver, Colorado,
Yes.
home of Esther, what was her name?
I haven't been back to Denver, Esther Wilson. Haven't been back to Denver since that incident because that really turned me
soured you
off.
on the whole city?
Yes.
What
Even-
about the surrounding cities in Colorado?
I don't want anything to do with them because I'm sure she's touched foot there. So I don't want anything to do with it.
Perhaps. All right, well, let's close up the old plug bag. What do you say?
Talk about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening.
All right. What a wonderful show this was.
I love that last song.
That's Ben Schwartz, Horatio Sands, and myself. Michael Hardigan remix of the Closing Up the Plug Bags theme, parentheses, open up the plug bag.
So good.
And parentheses.
Beautiful.
I feel like I learned a lot about people. I had open conversations with all of you, and I feel very connected to you. How do you feel likewise?
I feel very connected.
Yes.
And, I've crossed one item off my bucket list. I've been on a podcast.
I'd love to be there for some of the others. I would love to read that book about bicycle riding to you.
Yeah. Oh, Scott, I would love that. If you want to come to the zoo, I'm going now.
Try to see you go in that gift shop.
Yeah. I would love to have a buddy. You can be my lookout.
Okay,
Yeah.
would love to do that.
Yeah.
Sarah, always great to see you.
And you. And you and
again,
you.
Again, friendlier.
And you.
There
and
you go.
You know what? I'm not going to adjust the tone or timbre of my voice for a man's comfort.
What it seemed like to me was you gave me a very
And you.
Yeah, and then you cheered up when you said "and you" to the others, and it's not a sexist thing or
Because
me.
we're both men, too.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
real sausage party in here.
You're really outnumbered.
So much sausage.
Do you like sausage when you go there for breakfast, or do they give you the Whopper
They
Jr.?
give me the Whopper Jr.
But even for breakfast, do you have the Whopper Jr. or do you have French toast sticks?
I don't like things sticks. That's why I don't get French fries. I don't like the chicken fingers.
Well, also, you don't like any other food other than a Whopper Jr.
It's true. I only eat Whopper Juniors. But I'm fit, right?
How's your health? I was going to say you're not fit. In fact, for a man your size, you are severely overweight.
I could play football, and that is.
But not football.
No, not football because I
Right.
have to too much running.
Mm-hmm.
But football.
Right, yeah.
You know the difference, right?
I do, yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much. It's good to see you. Let's all meet back here a year from now for Ralph Breaks the Internet. What do you say?
Great. Sounds great.
love
It's a plan.
Put it in my calendar.
Hopefully you'll still be with us, Charlie.
I will.
Although we don't even know if you are now.
Well, I'll either walk in here or float in here.
Okay.
You'll have to see when it comes.
Let's see you walk out of here backwards.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Oh my God, he's floating.
He went the wrong way.
Oh, wow. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.
Right up into the vent.
Hey, everyone, thanks for listening. And remember, Zelle. Cash is easy to lose and checks take a while to clear. Thankfully, there is Zelle, a new way to send money to your friends and family from your banking app. Once you're enrolled, the money moves right between almost any U.S. bank account and typically arrives in minutes. Plus, it is backed by major banks, which means you can send money confidently. Just go to ZellePay.com, that's Z-E-L-L-E pay.com to learn more. Zelle, this is how money moves.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.